What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Wait, that's my intro. No, I'm gonna do that in a second. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am setting up a new event for Spot My Photo, and I actually already set it up, and I was like, I should have filmed this. So I'm gonna set up a mock one, if you will, so that you guys can see how easy it is to set up an event with Spot My Photo. Now, if you don't know, I've made several videos of these, and I'm gonna make a few more. I met the crew of Spot My Photo at a Wedding MBA, and since then I have done 5 events, 3 events in the books with them, and basically anything with an event atmosphere where I can shoot people, talk to them. I can then send them photos right away. So take a picture of them, the algorithm finds out who they are. It's a huge, huge thing that I'm under explaining, but basically imagine getting your picture taken at an event. You give them the phone number and you get a text every time you're spotted in a photo at that event. You don't have to give the phone number again, you don't have to do anything. So it's helped me out a ton. It's actually got me a few new clients. And I'm in an event and wedding season right now, so I'm able to take these pictures and make it happen. So I'm gonna turn it around here in a second and show you guys how easy it is to set up an event, because this was one of the scariest things for me to think about when they were explaining me how everything worked in front of their booth. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Re-intro. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Video helps you, give it a thumbs up, and then click that bell for notifications. It'll tell you every time I come on. So guys, although they're not my sponsor, I do pay for the service. There is a coupon code down below for spotmyphoto.com, spotmyphotos.com. And go ahead and use my link. I think it's JLou, and it'll save you guys on your order. This is amazing. I think I'm the only one in Reno, Nevada using this right now, so it's kind of going everywhere, and I'm slowly telling all my friends, but they've generated an amazing coupon code for you guys, so use it, check it out, and hopefully it helps you get going. So I'm gonna turn this around. You guys are gonna look at my computer. I'm gonna figure out the best way to do this. I normally will capture share this, but I put all that stuff away. I actually sold all my Zoom stuff. So this is just gonna be easier for me. All right, guys, I really hope this looks cool to you guys. So like I said, one of the biggest things for Spot My Photo was I was like, how do I set up an event? I know that each event can get set up with, with a banner, with PNG files. You can put their logo in and all that stuff. So I got a little nervous and I didn't really know how to do it. So as you can see here, I have a couple different events, actually one today in a few hours here. But these are all past events. And you see little logos right here as well. It takes me about a minute to set up now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new event, and I'll show you guys how to do this, and I'll make this video as quick as I can. So the first thing is I want you to select a client. These are clients that I've had in the past, but just to help you guys out, I'm gonna create a new client, which will be Jeramie Lou Photography. So I'm gonna type that in, and then it's gonna want you to drop in a logo of that person. So what I've been doing is you can either ask them for their logo, have them sent to you when you book them, or I just go to their website and I do a screen capture of their logo. So Command-Shift-4 on the iMac, if you guys do that. So I'm just gonna pull out my logo here, which is my PNG file, and I'll be using it for all this stuff. So my PNG file just shows up here, create client. From here, now I'm in the client database, if you will. So I've been created. Now I can enter a name of the event. So I'm gonna do Jeramie Lou test. Simple as that. Start date. Let's start this tomorrow. We're gonna end this tomorrow as well. We'll start this, and this is just a general time. You can actually adjust this at any time, and as long as it's an upcoming event, you can select it as you go. So it doesn't have to be specific. So for instance, if your event's from 5 to 10, I would do something from 2 to 11 or 2 to 12 or something like that. So let's go, I'm gonna go 5 p.m. I think I'll just go 6:30 to, I don't know, 9, something like that, right? Pacific time is where I'm at. You have 2 option choices here, event type, standard and white label. So I pay for the full service. I believe the standard, it comes with it. I don't know if there's any extra per. That's just where I'm at. I did pay the $1,600 to get it going. Again, there's a coupon code, and there's also other options where you don't have to spend $1,600, where you can do it per event if you want. And if you're doing it per event, I highly recommend adding that as part of your service, as similar to a photo booth, saying I have this service for you guys, and I'm gonna put it on top of their bill. Don't pay for it yourself, pay for them. White label, so basic branding shows the Spot My Photo branding and Spot My Photo in certain locations as well, which I don't mind. I think it's really cool, but this is company and client branding, no mention of Spot My Photos. So if you decide that, hey, even though I pay for the service, I don't want Spot My Photos anywhere, you're gonna click this and it'll charge you $25. Promotional text, this is where I can just write something like, thank you so much for being part of this event. Something simple, right? Something on behalf of the company is what I would recommend, but you're more than welcome to say, you know, anything about your company or your business as well. But if it's like, say, a nonprofit of a donation or something, thank you so much for coming to this event. All proceeds will go towards blah, blah, blah. That would help. And then you're gonna put any promotional URL. So you definitely more than welcome. So if you're shooting for a nonprofit or a company or something, you can put theirs as well. But typically I would just put mine, and you actually have to do this whole part. I would just put mine right there, and then from there you can create the event. But like I said, if you're shooting for, let's say, Ronald McDonald House, you could put Ronald McDonald House right there to help them out as well. So we're gonna, the details were the first one. We can always go back and adjust your details right at the top. There's a few things here where, you know, we only need to touch, so we kind of got that. We're doing this quick setup here. So the gallery cover image, this will now allow for me to put, I'm gonna put my logo in here again, but this will allow for a main cover, and I'll show you guys actually what it looks like via the computer here in a second. So I'm gonna put my logo in both, and then it's clickable, right? So when this comes up, this is clickable now. So we're just gonna go to jeramielou.com. We're gonna go to jeramielou.com. I don't know if I have to do www, let's just do that so I don't have to backtrack on you guys. And then photo branding. So this is where it gets fun, guys. This is where if you have run a photo booth in the past or done anything with photo booth stuff, you can create it. Basically, you can create a transparent PNG 1800 by 1200 for your horizontal and your portrait. It tells you the size. So you go into Photoshop, create a transparent background. Anything you put on that backdrop now will now show up as a PNG. So I literally just created something very simple. I created an overlay PNG, 2 different sizes of just my logo, and you can see it here, right? So you see my logo just down at the bottom there, but imagine if you had their logo here. Imagine if you had your logo. Imagine if you had a cool, like, snowy thing for Christmas. If you had Santa coming down here, you can create it. Now, if you don't know how to create it, do not be concerned, because Spot My Photos has teamed up with a couple amazing designers who you can actually hire to do this. And if they're busy for some reason, then I suggest something like Fiverr.com, where you can say, hey, I need this branding, this is what I need, and just give them the dimensions and they can create it for you for a very minimal fee. And then this is where you're gonna put your hashtags. So mine will be Jeramie Lou Photography. And again, if you're shooting something like Ronald McDonald House, you can say hashtag Ronald McDonald or whatever you'd like. Save changes. So it'll save changes. And at this point, I'm done, guys. That's it. What's all I need to do for this event. There's a prompt that can come up. So this will allow me to, I think you can ask a question when it comes up and they can answer it. Like, how did you hear about this? Have you donated? Have you whatever? I don't use this at all. There's still a few things I'm learning about it, but this is just a quick setup here. And send test link. If you decide that you want to send a test link, you can send it. I'm going to send it to myself here and pull it up for you guys. You've been spotted in a photo is what comes. So if you typically you're going to send it to your phone and they'll be able to say you've been spotted. We're going to view photos, and this is what comes up. So this is, again, a test link. So these images are something that they've set up for us to kind of look. You just have to agree to terms and services. So you want to send it to their phone. If somebody doesn't have their phone, you can send it to their email as well. You can also send a WhatsApp. So these pictures are test photos, obviously. But look, this is that first one, right? So I put my logo for the first one. Jeramie Lou Test, that's the name of the thing. You've been spotted in 10 photos. So theoretically, every time my picture is taken, so say I'm this guy, every time my picture is taken, I'll just keep showing up in all these pictures. But this is my first one. And if I click on it, it goes straight to my website. So say that you're shooting for Ronald McDonald House again, right? I don't know, I keep using them. Then you click this, it'll go to their website. You can click on the pictures here, take a peek at it. And as you can see here, my watermark is actually here. I actually don't care if my watermark shows or not. I shoot in a way that it'll show, but if you're concerned about it, then you can definitely do that. But this is how you're gonna test to see. So you can definitely put something around here. You can do a whole border if you want on that PNG file, whatever you need. You go here and this is my logo. Now my logo is actually always gonna be here. Again, clickable to me. This is a note here. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing event. Spot My Photos brand, this is what you're paying $25 to get rid of by Jeramie Photography. This is actually clickable to my website as well. So there's 2 clickables to my website. And then terms of view privacy and all that stuff. So it's all built in. My logo's up top, and that's what I did when I set up the whole thing in general. That's it. That's kind of it. Spot My Photos has been fun. It's been amazing. I'm a creature of habit. So like those PNGs with the transparents for the horizontal and the portrait are fine for me for every event, especially weddings, but you're more than welcome to get crazier with that. Even my graphic up top, right? Even like this one up top right here, you can definitely, I just have my logo on it, but you can create your own on Canva or something where it's like, say it's a wedding you're shooting, and it could be like Brianna and Ben, date, location, your logo at the bottom, and create that thing and just upload it each time. But like I said, I'm a creature of habit. PNG for me or an image for me, it pretty much takes any image. There hasn't been any difficulties scanning an image or screenshotting an image and then putting it on for me at all. So if you guys are into that, you're more than welcome to, depending on how much you want to put into it. And especially if you're paying the 25 per or you're paying per event, definitely highly get into this. For instance, this event right here, if it's a test, I could have put a picture of me, what I'm about, my logo at the bottom, and just created a file to put on. But it's been great. If you have questions, let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in. More videos on Spot My Photos to come, and check out that coupon code down below. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.